Welcome to Wonderslate. Buy smart ebooks from the best publishers. Subscribe and turn on the notification bell.
Topic for today's quiz is Social Movement. Question number 1. Who wrote the book The Logic of Collective Action? Option A. Zald. Option B. James Scott. Option C. Mansur Olson. Option D. M.C. Carthy. The correct answer is Option C. Mansur Olson. Mansur Olson wrote the book The Logic of Collective Action. The book says that a social movement is an aggregation of rational individual actors pursuing their self-interest. Question number 2. Which of the following are the essential elements in creating social movements? Option A. Identity politics. Option B. Aspirations. Option C. Cultural anxieties. Option D. All of these. The correct answer is Option D. All of these. Identity politics, cultural anxieties and aspirations are essential elements in creating social movements. These movements occur in ways that are difficult to trace only to class-based inequality. Question number 3. When did the Naxalite movement start from the region of Naxalbari? Option A. 1946. Option B. 1967. Option C. 1929. Option D. 1968. The correct answer is Option B. 1967. The Naxalite movement started from the region of Naxalbari in 1967 in Bengal. The central problem for peasants was land. Question number 4. The New Farmers movement began in the period of _ Option A. 1960s. Option B. 1970s. Option C. 1980s. Option D. 1990s. The correct answer is Option B. 1970s. The New Farmers movement began in the 1970s in Punjab and Tamil Nadu. Question number 5. By whom was the first trade union established in 1918 in Madras? Option A. B.P. Wadia. Option B. Narayan Guru. Option C. S.A. Dange. Option D. M. Joshi. The correct answer is Option A. B.P. Wadia. The first trade union was established in April 1918 in Madras by B.P. Wadia, a social worker and member of the Theosophical Society. Question number 6. In which year the government passed the Fourth Factories Act, which reduced the working day to 10 hours? Option A. 1920. Option B. 1921. Option C. 1922. Option D. 1923. The correct answer is Option C. 1922. In 1922, the government passed the Fourth Factories Act, which reduced the working day to 10 hours. Question number 7. Dalit literature opposed the _ system. Option A. Chaturvarna. Option B. Hindu. Option C. British. Option D. Gandhian. The correct answer is Option A. Chaturvarna. Dalit literature opposed the Chaturvarna system and caste hierarchy. It considers these as responsible for crushing the creativity and very existence of lower castes. Question number 8. The growth of autonomous women's movements took place during which period? Option A. 1950s. Option B. 1960s. Option C. 1970s. Option D. 1980s. The correct answer is Option C. 1970s. There was the growth of autonomous women's movements in the mid-1970s. While many of the concerns remained the same as the earlier women's movements, there were changes both in terms of organizational strategy as well as ideologies. Question number 9. The Right to Information campaign is an example of _ Option A. Redemptive movements. Option B. Reformist movements. Option C. Revolutionary movements. Option D. Old social movements. The correct answer is Option B. Reformist movements. The Right to Information campaign is an example of reformist movements. Reformist social movements strive to change the existing social and political arrangements through gradual, incremental steps. Question number 10. The Adi Dharma movement was visible in the state of _ Option A, Punjab. Option B, Maharashtra. Option C, Chhattisgarh. Option D, Delhi. The correct answer is Option A, Punjab. The Adi Dharma movement was visible in the state of Punjab. It asserted a Dalit identity and a quest for equality, self-dignity and eradication of untouchability. Question number 11. Which one of the following statements is incorrect? Option A. The All India Union was established in 1920. Option B. The All India Trade Union Congress was established in 1920. Option C. The first trade union was established in April 1918. Option D. The Indian National Trade Union Congress, INTUC, was established in May 1947. The correct answer is Option A. The All India Union was established in 1920. The All India Trade Union Congress was established in 1920. The first trade union was established in April 1918. And the Indian National Trade Union Congress, INTUC, was established in May 1947. Question number 12. Which of the following statements is invalid regarding social movements? Option A. Social movements often arise with the aim of bringing about changes on a public issue. Option B. Social movement activists hold meetings to mobilize people around the issues that concern them. Option C. Social movements also chart out campaigns that include lobbying with the government, media and other important makers of public opinion. Option D. Poetry is not a mode of protest. The correct answer is Option D. Poetry is not a mode of protest. Statement D is invalid because poetry is a mode of social protest. The social movement develops their unique modes of protest, including street theater, songs, poetry, torchlight processions, etc. Question number 13. Which of the following statements incorrect about E.P. Thompson? Option A. He held that the crowd and the mob were not made up of anarchic hooligans out to destroy society. Option B. Poor people in urban areas had good reasons for protesting. Option C. Both A and B. Option D. Neither A or B. The correct answer is Option C. Both A and B. E.P. Thompson said that the crowd and the mob were not made up of anarchic hooligans out to destroy society. Their research showed that poor people in urban areas had good reasons for protesting. They often resorted to public protest because they had no other way of expressing their anger and resentment against deprivation. Question number 14. _ was a social movement for parliamentary representation in England. In 1839, more than 1.25 million people signed the People's Charter asking for universal male suffrage, voting by ballot, and the right to stand for elections without owning property. In 1842, the movement managed to collect 3.25 million signatures, a huge number for a tiny country. Option A. Chartism. Option B. Fascism. Option C. Communism. Option D. Regionalism. The correct answer is Option A. Chartism. Chartism was a social movement for parliamentary representation in England. Even in Britain, not everyone was allowed to vote. Voting rights were limited to property-owning men. Question number 15. When Raja Ram Mohan Roy campaigned against sati and established the Brahmo Samaj, sati supporters formed the and petitioned the British not to legislate against it. Many people objected to reformers' demands for girls' education, claiming that it would be devastating for society. Reformers who advocated for widow remarriage were socially shunned. Option A. Swatantra Sabha. Option B. Dharma Sabha. Option C. Arya Samaj. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is Option B. Dharma Sabha. When Raja Ram Mohan Roy campaigned against sati and formed the Brahmo Samaj, Defenders of sati formed Dharma Sabha and petitioned the British not to legislate against sati. Question number 16. From the viewpoint of the Pardhi community, is responsible for their conditioning as thieves? Option A. Society. Option B. Their culture. Option C. Their profession. Option D. None of these. The correct answer is Option A. Society. From the viewpoint of the Pardhi community, society is responsible for conditioning as thieves and pushing their people to steal as they are deprived of employment. Question number 17. They never employ us because we are poor. This expresses which notion? Option A. Alienation. Option B. Moral economy. Option C. Discrimination. Option D. Both A and C. The correct answer is Option C. Discrimination. This statement expresses the notion of discrimination where the Pardis are refused to employment on the basis of their community identity. Question number 18. The dominant ideology is society labels Pardis as Option A. Criminals. Option B. Thieves. Option C. Hunters. Option D. Both options, A and B. The correct answer is Option D. Both options, A and B. The dominant ideology in society labels Pardis as criminals and thieves, but they view themselves as skilled hunters. Question number 19. In which of the following cases, social conflict arises? Option A. When a group identifies itself as oppressed. Option B. When a group identifies itself as superior. Option C. When there is political protest. Option D. All of the above. The correct answer is Option A. When a group identifies itself as oppressed. Social conflict arises when a group identifies itself as oppressed. Such conflict is likely to result in successful collective protest. Question number 20. Which of the following is needed for social conflict? Option A. Leadership. Option B. Clear ideology. Option C. Organization. Option D. All of these. The correct answer is Option D. All of these. Question number 21. Who propounded resource mobilization theory? Option A. Mansur Olson. Option B. M.C. Carthy and Zald. Option C. Robert Merton. Option D. Joseph M.C. Carthy. The correct answer is Option B. M.C. Carthy and Zald. Question number 22. In which year the Bihar Province Kisan Sabha was founded? Option A. 1940. Option B. 1929. Option C. 1936. Option D. 1970. The correct answer is Option A. 1940. Question number 23. Which of the following is an ecological movement? Option A. Chipko movement. Option B. The Guerrilla movement. Option C. Deccan riots. Option D. Indian national movement. The correct answer is Option A. Chipko movement. Question number 24. The concept associated with hooligans having their shared understanding of right and wrong is known as underscore. Option A. Morality. Option B. Moral society. Option C. Civilized society. Option D. Moral economy. The correct answer is Option D. Moral economy. Question number 25. Underscore rejected Olson's assumption that social movements are the pursuit of individual self-interest. Option A. McCarthy. Option B. Zald. Option C. James Scott. Option D. Both A and B. The correct answer is Option D. Both A and B. Thank you for watching the video. If you'd like practice this quiz, then download the Wonderslate app now. Link in the description below. If you have any suggestion for us, feel free to leave comments. If you liked the video and want to see more of it, hit the thumbs up and don't forget to click on subscribe button to get more updates of the future videos.